दोस्तों, हम हैं एक अंग्रेज परिवार में। भारतीयता और भारत देश जिनको बहुत पसंद है, भारतीयता जिनको रच बस गई है। व्हाट इज योर नेम?
कृष्णा।
क्या? व्हाट?
कृष्णा।
वेदांत कृष्णा।
वेदांत कृष्णा। वाह, वेरी नाइस नेम, प्लीज। एंड व्हाट इज योर नेम?
Karunamai Devidasi.
देवीदासी। एंड ओरिजिनल नेम?
Kara.
ओके सर।
Shamsundar Das, Stewart Trustee.
हरे कृष्णा। व्हाट इज योर ओरिजिनल नेम एंड कंट्री?
Stewart Trustee. I'm from America. We're from America.
अमेरिका।
Yes.
एंड व्हाट इज योर इंडियन नेम?
Shamsundar Das.
श्याम सुंदर दास। यह 6 फीट 3 इंच हाइट वाले हैं। वैज्ञानिक सोच है इनकी। भारत में किस निमित्त आए हैं, कितनी बार आए हैं और क्या करना चाहते हैं, भारत में क्या क्या अच्छा लगा। हम इस समय ब्रज क्षेत्र में हैं और बच्चे कुछ गाना भी जानते हैं, बजाएं। व्हाट इज योर नेम? क्या बोल?
Sarah. Bhakti Saraswati. Sarah.
सरस्वती। वाह वाह वाह, सरस्वती, वेरी नाइस नेम। सरस्वती है और फिर यह पूरा परिवार है। आज ब्रज क्षेत्र में इस पूरे परिवार के साथ बातचीत करना हुआ है। बातचीत हम करेंगे भी। यह लोग हिंदी सीख रहे हैं। अंग्रेजी में बात करना इनके लिए बहुत आसान होगा। हिंदी में बात करने में यह असहज महसूस करेंगे और हम अंग्रेजी में बात करने में इनके साथ फ्लुएंटली इंग्लिश में हम बात धारा प्रवाह नहीं कर पाएंगे। और अगर फ्लुएंटली हम कर नहीं पाएंगे, हमारी बात यह समझेंगे नहीं और हम इनकी बात को ठीक से प्रेजेंट नहीं कर पाएंगे तो आपको असुविधा भी होगी। हम इनके साथ गीत भी सुनेंगे। और यह हरे कृष्णा यानी इस्कॉन परिवार से जुड़े हुए हैं। कैसे जुड़े, किस प्रकार भारतीयता इनके भीतर तक प्रविष्ट की है, इसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे। अभी चाय का दौर समाप्त हो चुका है और फिर जिस मिशन को लेकर के चल रहे हैं, यह मिशन भारत ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे विश्व के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। आज किस तरह से जहर हम अपने भीतर प्रवेश कर रहे हैं, जहर की सब्जी खा रहे हैं, जहर का चावल, जहर का आटा, जहर के तमाम मिष्ठान और इस तरह के जो भी खाद्य पदार्थ हैं, जहरीले खाद्य पदार्थों से काफी संकट पैदा हो गया है। कैंसर से लेकर के तमाम भयंकर बीमारियों के हम शिकार हो रहे हैं। तो आगे इसके लिए हम अभी देखिए, यह बच्चे हैं, बच्चों से हम गीत सुनेंगे और हम सूर्यांश को यह काम देते हैं। सूर्यांश से इनसे बातचीत करेंगे। सूर्यांश हमारे भतीजे लगते हैं, मेडिकल की पढ़ाई करते हैं। तो अब सूर्यांश इनसे बातचीत करेंगे और आप जान करके सुखद अनुभूति आपको होगी कि किस प्रकार यह भारत में इनका आना हुआ और यह क्या करना चाहते हैं। आइए सूर्यांश।
First of all, I would like to thank you all for giving your precious time to us for making this video. Sir, there are 197 countries in this world. And what is your specific thing to, and why you want to choose India? Why you choose India only?
Well, we've been here for a few years. We started here maybe around Kartik of 2016, and we've left a few times. I was in Mexico working for Guru Prasad Swami, doing some of these projects there. But at this point, my spiritual master says that I am never to leave India. At this point, he doesn't even want me to leave Vrindavan. So I'm kind of following his instructions. And, you know, this is a continuation of the project we started in Mexico City with Guru Prasad Swami and ISKCON. And their roof is covered with these planters, and we're manufacturing them out there. But yeah, it's we have friends here. We're comfortable here, so we're planning on staying here.
In which year you arrived here?
2016.
2016. सर पिछले 6 से 7 सालों से यहाँ पे हैं और हाइड्रोपोनिक्स नाम की एक टेक्निक होती है, वो उससे रिलेटेड प्रोजेक्ट सर यहाँ पे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं। उसके बारे में हम जानेंगे। सर, can you tell about hydroponics to our audience?
Yeah, hydroponics is typically growing plants in water, and what we're doing is a little bit different. It's more aeroponics, where the plants grow in air and then they receive water like rainfall inside. But the idea is every person that uses these can kind of achieve food independence. It takes your amount of growing area you have and multiplies it by 10. So if you have 1 acre, it can become 10 acres. You use 3% of the water you would use in conventional growing. Things grow 35, 40% faster than conventional growing. There's no chemicals, there's no fertilizer. Well, I mean, there's nutrients, but there's no like chemical fertilizers. There's no dirt. There's pretty much no work. So it's a concept that we think that everyone can use to achieve food independence, whether they live in a flat or they have access to the roof on their house, because of just the amount of increase in farming capability that brings to anyone, whether they're living in an apartment or living out in the farm.
हाइड्रोपोनिक्स एक टेक्निक है जिसमें हम बिना मिट्टी की तरह का उपयोग किए पौधों को उगाते हैं। तो सर अब हमें लेके चलेंगे, वो मॉडल दिखाएंगे जो उन्होंने बनाया हुआ है, जो उनका इन्वेंशन है और जिसकी मदद से वो ये परफॉर्म करे। सर, would you like to show us the model and
Sure.
this?
So this was the original model we did. It's just made of clean PVC down in Mexico City. This is actually iskon here. But this installation about 6 months behind us. I planted these, and then we came to America for a while. We came here again. But this is our sort of veg tubes is the name of our trademark product.
Veg tube is the trademark.
Yeah, and we have a patent on this whole thing. But these were some of our test planters here. And we've moved to a different model. This is our patented thing that we're creating these injection molding. This is our mold that we're creating right now down in Noida. But these screw together, and you can go all the way from the ceiling, or floor to the ceiling, and then you have an internal water reservoir rather than something like a bucket. So it's it'll end up looking like an architecture, like a Doric column or Corinthian column, something like that.
This is tomato plant.
Yeah, tomatoes, but there's all kinds of things that are growing here.
All types of vegetables and flowers can be possible.
Yeah, flowers, vegetables, anything you want to grow here. And then the roots come down. As you see, they're not just submerged in water. Like something like this, that planter down there, there's just a bucket of water with planter holes. That would be considered hydroponic because it's just everything's in water. These are all in air. The plants grow here, but it's just always raining inside, and the plants draw whatever they need. And these are very young. These are just a few days old.
This is the model.
Yeah, this is the original one. We're going to be teaching people how to make these at home. You can make something like this at home for about 5,000 rupees. And it has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 36 different plants you can grow at the same time. This is one we just ordered online. It kind of falls apart easy. We're just kind of testing, what the best packaging is and whatnot. But again, we're moving to a bigger size mold with 9 planters, and then we're taking this water reservoir. We're actually putting it inside, so it's just going to look like an architectural column when it's done.
What is this, sir?
This is wheatgrass here. We're using that. This is just a couple days old. We juice this. We have a juicing machine, industrial one that we brought with us from the United States, and then we've been giving people wheatgrass. This produces about 6 ounces of wheatgrass when it's about this high, and it's very nutritious. It's like a blood cleansing tonic.
Wheatgrass को हिंदी में जौ कहते हैं, और जौ को सर ने हमें बताया कि जौ को ग्राइंड करके उसका जूस बनाते हैं। सर, what is the benefit of this wheatgrass juice?
Well, the wheatgrass, it's basically letting you eat the same thing a cow eats, and the main ingredient is chlorophyll, which is very similar to the molecule that the human blood, the hemoglobin, is in the I think it's potassium or something in the normal blood cell. But what it does is it acts like a blood cleanser, and it gets all of the toxins out of your body. It actually reverses gray hair. So if you have gray hair, it'll actually stimulate the protein or whatever it is that makes hair have coloration, and it'll reverse that condition. It'll actually, you can go from gray hair to having black hair or blonde hair, whatever hair you have, just by drinking the juice. And there's many other benefits to skin and to digestive system. And there was a couple different studies done in India, at some top universities about all the benefits. You can look at online about wheatgrass health benefits from the Indian universities, or I can forward that to anybody that's interested.
Used as an antioxidant,
it is an antioxidant also, yes.
And help to reduce the body weight.
It does do that also, yes. It definitely can do those things. It has a lot of wide range of benefits.
ये जो है जौ हमने बताया यहाँ पे कि इसको ग्राइंड करके इसका जूस बनाते हैं, जो कि एज ए एंटीऑक्सीडेंट यूज किया जाता है, बॉडी वेट को कम करने में यूज किया जाता है, और उसके अलावा अगर हेयर किसी का ग्रे है और जल्दी बाल सफेद हो रहे हैं तो उसमें भी ये जो जौ है ये बहुत ही यूजफुल है. इसके जूस के बारे में भी हम बताएंगे. एंड Sir, can you tell our audience about the cost? What is the capital? What is the cost of this whole apparatus, whole assembly?
Yeah, you can make one of these at home like this. This was not made by any special hydroponic technician. This was made by our local plumber. All we did was we got the heat gun out and put the holes in it. We bought some of these little baskets off of Amazon, along with this stuff called rock wool. And this is good because it keeps the integrity of the roots. It doesn't get dirt into the pump. But you just buy these and you plant them in here and shove them in. So this whole thing here costs less than 5,000 rupees to make it yourself at home.
5,000 से भी कम लागत में ये सारी चीजें बनाई जा सकती हैं. Less than 5,000 rupees, yes. Sir, what is your current mission regarding this, and what is your vision for the mission?
Well, again, the thrust of this is to promote this idea of food independence for everyone, whether it's, from the rich to the poor, doesn't matter what country you're in, but you can achieve food independence without having to rely on grocery store supply and all that kind of stuff by just growing these things on your roof. It's a one-time investment per planter. We have, like I said, we have a bigger model with more bells and whistles and stuff that's more extensible that we will be selling, but you can do this yourself cheap. You don't have to have a big budget. You don't have to have a lot of knowledge. The steps are very simple. It works every time, and it's inexpensive. So we just want to get that message out, especially now we're looking at more and more issues of food supply chain problems, not necessarily in India, but in other parts of the world, in the West and whatnot. Yeah, growing your own food without, pesticides and chemicals and things like that it's an attractive option to what's going on right now, I think, for everyone.
Is this possible for local farmers on large scale?
Yeah, if they have 1 acre, all of a sudden it becomes 10 acres. It takes almost no work. You can have one person maintaining 1 acre of these planters. It's just basically just checking the water level because there's really no work involved. So you can have one person doing all the work of a whole acre of farm that becomes 10 acres for maybe, 4 hours every 5 or 6 days. Just go out and check the water levels and come back, and then that's all you have to do. So it's very, very easy. It's very little time consuming, very little effort with a lot of results.
Do you know about the show Shark Tank?
I am familiar with Shark Tank.
Would you like to promote this on that show?
Well, usually when you go to Shark Tank, you're looking for money. And the thing is that this is not super capital intensive. It's not capital intensive for, someone, living in a shack. It's not capital intensive for someone that's got a lot of money. It's just basically, we're going to be doing these injection molds. This is our mold that's coming along here. And we're going to be spitting these things out for just very inexpensively to produce these things. So yeah, we would like something like Shark Tank to promote the idea of food independence and to promote what we're doing. But we're not necessarily looking for any capital investment. This is all through NGO, Brajbhushan organization. We have a goshala down in Gwalior. And we're kind of doing it, as a service project. I'm here, 2016, I was here on a tourist visa. Now I'm here on a work NGO visa. So my work here in India is service, and that's why we're doing this.
And last, sir, I would like to know what is the benefits of this hydroponics technique and this apparatus?
Well, okay, so again, the hydroponic would be more like a container of water. This is actually aeroponic more.
Aeroponic.
But again, it's like 35 to 40% faster growing time, 10 times the productivity of whatever you have. If you have 1 square meter, it becomes 10 square meters, that kind of thing. no chemicals, no dirt, no getting dirty, no real work, and you can produce as much as you want. You can have vines grow, you can grow corn, you can grow whatever you want with this, and basically, the advantage is that all those other ways, if you want to grow it slower, if you want to get in the dirt, if you want to have to do pesticides, if you want to wait longer, if you want to go break your back out in the sun, then traditional farming is the way for you. But if you don't want to do that, if you want the latest generation of agricultural technology, you need to look at our tower vertical planter solutions, and it's affordable for everyone, it's accessible for everyone. And we think it'll help make a change in a needed area of sustainability and food independence for people.
सर ने बताया कि कम पैसे लगेंगे, कम समय लगेगा, प्रदूषण भी कम होगा और कम जगह में हम ज्यादा खेती कर पाएंगे, ज्यादा उपज पैदा कर पाएंगे. सर, you are living in India, so I want to know your vision and your opinion about our country. What you want to say about India?
Well, I mean, we've left the West to live here. We like the fact that it's a young government that people believe in, that's not become corrupt like ours has. Just because we're not looking at so much living standards. It's like a family environment and a lot of support. A sense of right and wrong, which you really don't have in the West, and the ability to practice our sadhana. Accordance, with my spiritual master, what he's instructed. So, India is the only place for us, and we plan on, trying to bring whatever benefit we could from the West that's beneficial. I mean, anyone can come and bring alcohol and drunkenness, but we want to bring some things to help, make farmers more productive and to make make life easier, increase understanding. Give people an economic incentive or an economic information to improve their situation if they so desire. So that's, I don't know if that answers your question exactly, but basically the West is having struggles, but I think that we can achieve, what we want with some of these values, dharmic values, etc., by taking the technologies to India and working out in India.
If I ask you to describe India in one word, what will be it?
Spiritual, family, unified vision, those kinds of things.
तो आप लोगों ने इस टेक्निक के बारे में जाना, ये मॉडल था और सर से भी बात किया आपने. सर ने ये प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से भी इसको दिखा दिया. तो ये सर रहे जो इंडिया में आकर ये एनजीओ के लिए भी लगातार कार्य करते आ रहे हैं और इस टेक्निक के माध्यम से जो आम जनता है, जो किसान है, उनकी भी मदद करना चाहते हैं. तो सर, first of all, thank you very much for thinking about our people and coming here. And सर इस्कॉन से भी जुड़े हुए हैं और इसीलिए सर को प्रभु जी भी कहा जाता है. यहाँ के जो लोग हैं वो प्रभु जी कहकर सर को संबोधित करते हैं.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you. Thank you.
हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna.
नमस्कार.
Namaskar.
नमस्कारम.
Namaskaram.
जय हिंद.